Howdy, howdy, everybody, and welcome back to Stranded Deep in Conversation, where we just kind of. Oh shit! I have food on the fire. Yay! Good. Oh, it's always a good start. But yeah, we're just gonna be chatting about stuff. For a while, till I get bored of it, which probably will be like anywhere from half an hour to an hour later. So buckle up. We got some fun times coming. Let me tell you that. Crab. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you, Mr. Crab. Where did my knife go? Oh, there it is. Crab. Too easy. But yeah. Oh, you want to fight too? You want to? Yeah. But yeah. This is an interesting time because this marks the last day that I have anything written down. I wrote down like 30 different topics or something. Like a lot of different topics. Like as I, was going through and doing these. And I'd be like, oh, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. I had nothing else written down after today. And today was I had really had to talk myself into doing this topic. I'm calling it, as you know, by the title, Some Silly Voices. The initial like pitch for this idea was I just make funny voices for a while. So I mean the crab thing was probably already a good segue into that. That was completely on. I didn't mean to do that, but it's kind of how it is. But I figured I'd give some more context. Have a couple stories in there. And maybe the last bit is just me doing as many of the voices that I remember I can do. Just kind of dick around with that. It's stupid. It's a stupid topic. So if you're here for an actual conversation, I mean, eventually you'll segue into just me talking nonsense for a while, and then you can probably just leave. That's completely fine. You have a good rest of your day. But for everyone else, why, hello there. And yeah, so some silly voices. Also, I guess I'd like to apologize for the last couple days I wasn't here. I slept in on Tuesday, and then I figured, fuck it, I'm tired. Because it was one of my days off. I just figured I'd kind of just lay down and relax for the day. I felt like it was needed. And I'm doing great now. So, hey. And then Wednesday I didn't have anything to edit, so I didn't have anything to record, and I could have done something. But I did work on something a little bit. You'll probably see within a couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be fun. But other than that, let's just get started. It's already been like 3 minutes. We should probably get this train a moving. So, silly voices. Why did I decide this is a topic? Well, I do a lot of silly voices whenever I'm playing with my friends and talking with family. I'm just doing. If I do anything, a silly voice is almost always included because it just makes things so much funnier to me. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's a lot funnier for a joke to land if you're doing it in the right voice, or like for for a situation to be lightened. I feel like two types of humor really get me, and that's like physical humor. So like like someone dropping shit. I feel like that's just really funny. It's just, oh god. There was one time at work where it was me and one of the new managers who were being trained, and we were filling up one of our machines with pennies. Like, we have like some self checkouts at towards the front of the store, and he was trying to fill the pennies, but he didn't do it right, so he just dumped in the entire. Oops, he dumped in the entire roll of pennies. Oh, that's mucho. Yeah, they filled up the entire roll of pennies. They dumped it in there, and which they proceeded to just all fly out the front because he didn't do it right. So, which was just fucking hilarious. Because I'm sitting there, because I'm like, I haven't really done this before either, so I was kind of just curious as to what he was going to do. But I want anything smart, I'll tell you that much. So, that was just amazing. I don't know how to get rid of poison. It doesn't really seem to be kicking in. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be that deadly, honestly. Oh, yeah, that was amazing. I laughed the hardest I have laughed at work with that. And one of my coworkers up there were like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" Because I was laughing like a fucking hyena because I was just sitting up there. Keep in mind there were other customers around and stuff, but I just couldn't because it was so fucking hilarious just watching all those pennies fly out onto the floor. I think maybe like 8 or 9 of them actually got into the thing. Other than that, what am I doing? Other than that, it was just a mess. It was awesome. I love that. One of the best things I've ever seen. But yeah, so other than physical humor, I am a big fan of like noise humor, you know? Someone making a stupid noise, and you know what? I damn well I think it's pretty funny. Or just saying something funny. Obviously saying something funny is obvious, but you know, I feel like the way you say something also can really add to it. So like any comedian that like does like a little voice as they insult something or they do something, it's like it adds to it for me. I don't know if that's true for everybody, but it adds to it for me. I don't have any examples of that, but it's just kind of a thing, you know. If anyone makes a voice, when anyone like just to make a joke funnier, and a voice, it works for me a lot, and I always love that. And also, it kind of just adds to the scene for me a lot with a lot of things. Like imagine The Departed, great movie. Wouldn't have been nearly as great if it wasn't so immersive and it wasn't so because everyone like pretty much the main people used a Boston accent, whether or not they actually had one. They spoke in a Boston accent to like emphasize the fact where they were, who they were, everything like that, and it really just sunk me into that movie. It's one of my favorite movies, The Departed. It's just such a good movie. And I also love Jack Nicholson. So I mean, him being in it was like it already sold me watching it, but then you know actually watching it, be like, holy shit, this movie's awesome. And they were actually that movie in particular was one of the main things that got me into like accents and stuff, because I did mock trial in high school and even into college as well. I did a lot of mock trial and I fucking love mock trial. The main problem with mock trial was that not a lot of people would sign up, especially at our school, because it was a new program, but a lot of people liked the teachers that were doing it. So for the first couple of years people tried out and you know it was a good team. I remember my first tryout. I sucked. I'll probably talk about that more in like an actual episode. Maybe I'll do that next time, just like my mock trial experiences and stuff, or like clubs, because I did a couple other clubs other than mock trial, but it was mostly mock trial. But yeah, I mean, like doing my first year, I was playing a character, and I didn't have a voice or a little thing or anything like that. I just kind of had like a little character, but in my eyes, I couldn't really do a character with my own voice. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's just a lot harder. Like unless it's like a character I created, it doesn't make sense to be in my own voice a lot of the time. Like, it's just weird for me. I don't know, because like we tried. It was supposed to be like a teacher, a quirky little a teacher person, you know. And I was supposed to have like I had like a little pen that I fiddled around with and all that stuff. And like I had a bunch of little character lines that I thought were pretty funny, and my teachers liked them. So okay, we're going for it. The first time I did it, actually went pretty well, but the second time it just kind of fell flat because it kind of fell flat just because you know I wasn't I couldn't be as immersed into the situation because it just wasn't that much of an interesting. Not like it wasn't an interesting situation, but it was just harder because there was less like separation between me and the character, so I wound up just kind of falling into myself, and then I just wound up being super awkward about it and failing miserably. So yeah, accents definitely help. I mean, like they're not necessary. Like obviously I did good the first time, but then you know, as I started taking it more seriously, I started taking myself more seriously, and then I started just fumbling around. You gotta have fun. If you're doing like a character, like a witness, you have to have fun. Like a lawyer, the seriousness is supposed to be there, so obviously you can take it seriously if you want. With a character though, have some fun with it, man. Especially for my characters, I always played the stupid characters because those are the characters that I love playing. Cause it made everything more interesting, and you can't have interesting with boring voices. You gotta liven it up. So the next year, I was Finley Adams. I was like an 87-year-old man who I lived in an apartment complex, and I had to state the case of why there was a person living there the whole time, because there was like a housing dispute or something for the law, and I did this voice right here, and it was way more scuffed. I talk like this sometimes, but I mean this was pretty much the voice that I did, and I loved this voice. I was Finley Adams, and I loved it. It was awesome. It really just it just like, when you do a stupid voice, it really your brain kind of adjusts to the silliness, and then it just has a giddy old time itself. But I don't know. I just love that stuff. I love that stuff a lot, and it just. And the thing is, though, actually, with mock trial, I'm pretty much going to be talking about mock trial. Okay, I'm not going to try to just talk about mock trial here. When I initially did that voice, people didn't like it because I couldn't enunciate very well with it. So they tried making me just go back to my other voice. But then, in the middle of, we were literally about to go on stand. And I practiced my lines, and one of my teachers noticed I just felt I seemed miserable doing it, so they're like, do the voice again, and then everything just switched. It was literally like a light switch. I had so much fun doing it. The people I was working with, like, yeah, just do it, man. It's gonna be awesome. And then it worked really well because it just added to the character. Everyone was interested. The judge was actually listening for a lot of the people. He was kind of just like focusing his attention onto the lawyers, but for whenever I was talking, they actually turn around and like look at me. It's like, which was like, oh shit, yeah, I got the attention. And that really sparked when I did my senior year of mock trial in high school, and even in my first year in college, my first and only, I should say, year in college, when I did a Boston accent. And now, if you ask me to do a Boston accent, I could maybe do like a half-assed one, but I can't really do it as well as I used to anymore. But I mean, it's pretty okay. I mean, like it's fine. I mean, what are you gonna do? I was Morgan Thornberry. I was a detective at a fucking, I don't know. I got trained in Quantico, Virginia. I was like for the FBI or something. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I did that, and that was a lot of fun because that was another character choice that I made myself. And what happened there was they wanted me to just be some deadpan detective who was like super serious about it, and like sort of like a CSI or a Criminal Minds, like the head guy there, which works for Criminal Minds, doesn't really work when you're trying to gauge the attention when no one knows who you are. So, I'm gonna eat this. Maybe that'll fix me. That didn't fix me at all. but yeah. Needless to say, that one they liked it because it worked for the character, but I didn't. So I one day was like, hey, I'm gonna try something new. And if it works, I'd like to do this instead. And they're like, okay, try it. And I did my Boston accent, and they said it added so much more just fun to the scene, and they liked it, but they needed me to be better at it because at the time I wasn't very good at it. So I practiced that thing so hard. I practiced doing that accent day and night. And then, like, even leading, like, the train ride there, like, everyone was talking and stuff, I was literally just sitting on the seat, watching where I got my muse for the accent, Matt Damon in The Departed. Because originally I was kind of basing it off of all of them for whatever reason. My brain was like, okay, cool, I mean, as long as I talk like one of these people, I'm bound to sound good. But one of the main things I learned was, don't focus on multiple people, because then you're going to sound like multiple people, and it's not going to sound authentic. Which is like, oh shit, yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. So I focused on Matt Damon because he had like a very high pitched one. He was the most interesting one to listen to. He kind of talked like this, and he's fucking crazy, man. It was a shit show over there. He packed the car to have it, yeah. All that nonsense. And it was just he was the most captivating one, which I think is why he was probably the main character as well. But yeah, I focused off of that. And I went up there, and it worked like a fucking charm, and I loved it. And for both years, actually, I got, like, judges, and even, like, some of my, for my first year of college, mock trial, when I did my accent for the first time for them, they were like, hey, do you, like, originate from Boston, or do you, like, originate from, like, that New England area? I'm like, no, I'm just Brooklyn, New York, baby. And then they're like, oh, shit, wow, that's pretty impressive. And okay, we're gonna stop there, because I have so many stories I could tell. But I'll say that for another day, because it brings a smile to my heart. Obviously, a smile to my heart, a smile to my face. There we go. Or a smile to my mouth. What's the saying? It brings a smile to my face. It's on your face. It's a smile. But yeah, it was so much fun. I love doing my trial. I'd love to do something like that here, Maybe I will, honestly. That sounds sounds really stupid, but it sounds like fun. I mean, cause that's the whenever okay, I'll talk about it later. Talk about it later. Talk about it later. Talk about it next week. I could just transition this into doing Montreal because it probably sounds way more interesting than some silly voices. But no, I've already laid my ground stake. I've already staked myself firmly into my ground. I threw my hat in the ring, and we're gonna do it. Some voices kind of just came to me out of nowhere. Like I'm not saying these are like oh shit. I'm not saying this is like I'm like the James Earl Jones of certain voices. I'm not like the perfect James Earl Jones voice. I don't really know, but I'm not. But I mean like it's like he pretty much coined the I am the deepest, darkest sounding man, a deep dark layer of the Batman. That's where I was going with that. But the deepest sounding man in the room, and you will not be able to spite me. You will hear me every time. I'm Darth Vader. I am other things. I was a guest star as a genocidal man in house. Genocidal leader of an African country. Yeah, that's where I remember him from. That's the most recent thing I watched with him in it. What a dude. I'm still poisoned. I'm sure we're fine. But yeah, like a lot of the. So I'm not saying I'm anything like a James Earl Jones of any of these voices. It's just that I happened to just kind of wake up and be like, oh, I could do this. Like I remember, I don't know if I could do it now, but whenever I wake up, my like throat would be dry enough where I could kind of do like a talk like this and have a really great time. And I can still kind of do that. It's just that it doesn't exactly require that. So yeah, this is a voice that I like to do. It freaks out my friend and sister, which I think is pretty fucking funny. I'm just talking like I actually have a lovely idea for a video series involving this voice, and I think it could work pretty well. But I've never actually recorded myself talking like it, so I don't know if it would go very well. But I will find out when I watch this over and have a lovely time doing that. Yeah, that's a fun one that I like to do. It's only been 17 minutes, we're already getting into this. Do I have any more freaking stories about just my voices and stuff? Not really, honestly. I mean, that one in particular freaks out my friends a lot. Like, I don't remember what I don't remember what we were playing, but every time I whip out that voice, he just freaking cringes up into a ball, and it's like, please stop. It just freaks him out for some reason. I don't get why. I guess it just doesn't really sound human. Which I think is the main selling point of that, if I'm being honest. The fact that it sounds just so freaking weird and stupid. And it kind of just works. Like, I'm a big fan of sounding like an idiot. If you couldn't tell by just who I am, I'm a big fan of sounding stupid. Because it's not just for other people as well. I just enjoy the idea of sounding incredibly dumb. It makes things funny. Give me the fish. Give me the fish. Give me the fish. Well, give me a fish. I mean, that's it. When I had this topic written down for a long time now. Ow, you freaking crab bastards! You'd think I would have like a list of the voices down, or like stories behind them, or anything like that. No, I don't. There is. This is the one that I was talking about before. The one that you do with the dry ass road, but I don't really know how to even sound good. I have no idea. I don't know how it's gonna sound. For me, since it's most of the ringing, or like most of the enunciation for it is going through my head, I can kind of hear it very well. But for you guys, it probably doesn't sound very high uppity at all. That's the one I was talking about with the which I mean, like, I'm sure other people can do just fine. Eventually, if I do that long enough, I kind of get into a woodpecker, which I think is really funny. I'm not gonna just sit here and do it for a minute though. Maybe I will. I mean, it's all right. It's there ish. How long does poison last for in this game? I have no idea. I guess I'll find out when I die. I already saved, so guess we're just gonna be Groundhog Day in this. But yeah. I got plenty of voices, you know, and that's it's kind of weird making this a topic. I feel like I definitely should have had a little bit more emphasis on what the voices were in my thing here, because I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing now. I'm supposed to be just making dumb voices like.
Why, hello everyone, it's me, I don't know, I'm Samwise Gatchin.
What is a Samwise Genshi? Is that like a video game thing or a person? Because I have heard that... Oh, it is a person. It's an actor. Oh, he's the Lord of the... Oh, no, he's the Lord of the Rings character. Okay, I have a fun fact about me. I have not watched Lord of the Rings. I know. I really mean to. A lot. I just don't. But, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people who also haven't watched Lord of the Rings. And that probably makes it fine. I'm going to bank on that. Because if I don't... I don't know what else to do. Have any trees grown? It's been a long time. It's not a tree. It's not a tree. I don't know why you can't cut down the big trees. It's kind of stupid. Can't even chop that tree. Okay, see, no trees seem to grow back ever. Which is a shame. But, I mean, yeah, it's just... voices come and go in my head. Like... This is so stupid. This is the dumbest fucking idea I've ever had in my life. Like, I feel like the thing is that what I'm doing right now ain't that funny. Just kind of just making like a little collage of all the things that I do. It'd be much more funny if I had like a thing lined up, or like scenarios, you know, like little like improv bits, but I'm both characters. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna do that. That sounds kind of funny. Improv scenes generator. There we go. Lolu's improv generator. Scenarios. Customer complaining to chef about a meal in a busy restaurant. Characteristics suspicious. Okay. Sounds good to me.
Why, hello there, Mr. Chef.
Well, hello there, Mr. How may I assist you in this fine day?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I guess I really need to talk to you about the meal that I've acquired today.
Oh, what seems to be the problem, sir? I assure you, I cooked it with the best of interest in my heart.
Well, I'm sure you did, but I gotta tell you, this is it's a little raw for my taste.
You know, well, sir, I mean, if you like, I can put it back in the oven, but I really gotta get going. You know, there's a lot of people in this restaurant. I gotta get that food going. I have my sous chef on, and he's an absolute nutcase, and I don't really understand how he works. So I just don't trust him over there.
You know, maybe he'd do a better job cooking my food then, huh?
Well, I mean, if you want him to cook, it's fine. But I gotta get back in the kitchen, right? Please, you.
Well, let me talk to the sous chef. Maybe he'll have something better to say about my meal. You know, I don't want to get up and go to a different restaurant. You know, that wouldn't be fun now. And then I'd have to wait in a whole other line. You know, you'd understand.
Okay, fine. I'll bring out the other chef. Just hold on a second. Just don't leave me a bad review on Yelp. Give me a chance here.
Okay, Mr. Chef. I'm giving you one more chance. Now bring out the sous chef.
Hello there, my friend. How may I assist you at this time?
Your other chef friend is a little bit of a dumbass. You know, he doesn't really understand how to cook a fine meal. I'm sure you understand this.
Yes, it's pretty good. I mean, I do consider myself a little bit of a better chef. But I mean, he is a head of boss. He's the head of honcho. You know, he's the guy. But sir, I really get going. So hold on 1 second, ma'am. I'll be right with you. I have a customer here.
Yes, help me. Now, I see my meal here is a little raw on the inside, and I don't exactly appreciate that.
Oh, but it's not raw. It's just it's medium rare. It's what you ask for.
I didn't. What medium? Medium rare. I didn't say medium rare. I said medium, good sir. You know, the ticket says medium rare. It's right there. I cooked it myself. Now, hold on a second, Bunny. The chef over there said that the meal was cooked by him. He said that he cooked the meal. That's impossible. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. Now, you listen here, Bucko. I don't know who cooked my meal, and I want to know the man who cooked my meal, and I want to see that ticket, because I'm telling you that waiter got me my order wrong. There's no way, and I'm not leaving here until I get free meal, and one that I deem right to my taste. I don't care how long it takes. See that line out there, mister? Oh, it's a very big line. I need to go feed them. Now, there won't be a table for them to sit in unless you get me my meal. Got it, bud? Oh, okay. I'll be back. I promise I'll be back. That seems okay. I think that's end scene. This is fun. I don't know. This is so stupid though. This is unbelievably dumb. But I think okay, that was fun. Okay, so now we did different voices this time. Okay, so scenarios. On a spying mission, you have a split personality and disagree with everything you say. I love this idea. This is gonna make me sound fucking insane, but I do this a lot. When I'm like talking to myself, like I talk to myself a lot, and sometimes I'm like looking in the mirror, I'll be like, "Hey, how's it going, man? Hey, we got this. We're gonna have a good day." No, you're not. It's gonna be a terrible day. It's gonna be awful. You're gonna kill yourself. No, not like seriously. I'm obviously just being an idiot to myself. But yeah, it's very stupid. But I love this idea. Okay, so on a spying mission, I have to disagree with everything I say. Literally, I'm here and I'm going to. Okay, so. Alright, trying to get my, what do you call it? I get my paper cup so I can put it against the wall so I can hear better. No, that's a terrible idea. You're gonna hear. That's an awful idea. I'm gonna get this sort of thing out of that. What are you talking about? That cup doesn't work here. It's gonna just fucking shut down. You know what you can do. You aren't gonna hear anything. You're just gonna hear the ants crawling around the building. You aren't gonna hear anything. It's gonna be stupid. Okay, well, I'm fine. I will then, instead, I will just, open the window, get a crack, and then kind of pull my ear. They're gonna hear that. They're gonna sound alarms, and they're gonna kill you. They're gonna come in. They're gonna put a shotgun and then boom you in the ear, and they're gonna die and kill you. Okay, fine then. Let's see. How about I just go over there and I look through with binoculars. They're gonna close the blinds. They're gonna close the blinds. They're gonna have any information. It's gonna be an awful idea. You're gonna suck. It's gonna be terrible. You're gonna hate. It's gonna be awful. And you get fired, and everyone's gonna hate you. Alright, fine then. I will and it's simply enough. I will just break in and get the information that I need. No, it's a terrible idea because it's a spy machine. Do you know what a spy machine is? You don't even know what you're talking about. I mean, it's an awful idea. I mean, what are you even trying to do? This is an awful idea. It's absolutely terrible. It's a terrible idea. You should just kill you. You should just go home. Just go home and hang your hat. Well, but I wouldn't be able to do the job, mister. I don't know. I think the best plan of action is to grappling hook onto the roof, and then I think there's a raccoon up there, and they're gonna send send exterminators onto the roof. And they're gonna see just a man without a microphone just trying to listen in to conversations. You know, even though what you're talking about is a novel idea, and I don't understand why you even mentioned it in the first place. It's a novel idea. Okay, well then I will just I will dress up like Kermit the Frog for their 7th birthday party, and then I will go in there and I will listen to the parents who I'm actually trying to spy on, and then I will get the information I need. I will be able to get their recipes soon enough. Oh, well, yeah, it's a terrible idea, man. I mean, they're just gonna hire Kermit the Frog. The kid's a girl. They don't even like Muppets. They don't even know what the Muppets are. Do you know what the Muppets are? I don't think anyone really knows what the Muppets are anymore. I mean, it's time to light the lights and everything. But I mean, come on, dude. It's a fucking terrible idea. Why Kermit the Frog? It's an horrible idea. Then I will be the Care Bears. Do you even know what generation you're celebrating for, my friend? 7 years old. No one knows what the Care Bears are anymore. They don't know. The Care Bears are fucking nothing. The Care Bears are like theoretically dead. No one. That's so out. You gotta do something else like Paw Patrol or something stupid like that. I don't want to do Paw Patrol. It's a horrible idea. I mean, everything. Paw Patrol? It's a stupid idea, my friend. This is an awful idea. You know, how about let's just change steps. You know, how's about I shrink myself down, and then I hide in one of their drawers, and I just wait and listen, and you're just gonna hear them having sex. You're gonna go, what the hell's going on? They're gonna open the drawer, and they're gonna pull out a condom, and hope you're not standing on the condom, because then you're gonna be inside, and it's gonna be also be weird and gross. You're gonna be gross. You're gonna be gross. You're gonna be gross, man. That's it. I give up.
I'm going home. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Is this... Oh my god. My arm's red. Is this entertaining? I like it. We'll do one more. Helping your friend deal with amnesia, but trusting. Okay, that's not funny. Pushing into a queue worriedly. Okay. Sorry, so I'll be the guy in the queue, and then I'll have the bouncer or something, I guess. I wish I could do, like, what other voices do I want to do here? I gotta get in the line, please, you gotta hurry. Hold on now, mister. What are you doing here? This is my line. You're not supposed to cut into that. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to get yourself a little ticket and you're trying to get yourself fined or something? No, I'll get you back into it. Get the back of the line, mister. I understand, mister, please. Oh, you don't really need to get in there. My friend, he texted me and he texted me a picture of a grenade and he's going to this club with a grenade and he's gonna do things and he's probably gonna blow people up or something. Yeah, that's right. All right, Bucko. Whatever you say. I mean, I believe you or something. You know, you get to the back of the damn line right now. You think you're trying to? Who do you think you're trying to pull here? I'm serious, man. He's gonna pull a pin. You know, that's what he's gonna do. This is a very serious situation, Mister. I really need you to let me in so I can go find my friend and I can take him out and we can be fine. You can come with me if you want. Oh yeah, that's the story. Then this whole line comes on into the building. You think you're some kind of stick mastermind here? You think you're so shitty? You better give me a better damn reason why you're trying to rush into this building, or I'm gonna boot you to the back of the line. Alright, I mean, if I'm being completely honest with you, I mean, I just really want to go see the lady, but I mean, that's because she's my estranged mother, and I have been orphaned, and I finally found her. I took a DNA test, and it turns out she's the perfect match for my DNA, and I really need to go see her. Please. Your mother's a stripper at this club, and you want to see her? Yes, please. It's not weird. I promise. I want to go say hi to my mom. Yeah, well, clearly, my friend, this is clearly a fake story because, this is clearly a fake story because you lied. You lied about the first thing. I was supposed to believe you. I knew the main idea would be really weird about it. You wouldn't trust me about it, but I promise it's real. I promise it's real. It's a real story. Okay, but I'm having a baby, and there's a doctor in there that I really trust, and I really see him. 3 stories now. That's 3 stories too much. I got to worry about. My job is on the line here. I can't let you in. I'm sorry. All these people have tried to come in for the past 4 hours, but I haven't let them in because I'm scared what they're gonna do. I mean, this club's completely empty. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so sorry. I mean, I can't help you. Oh, please, I need to get in there. I mean, I really like the colors of the dance floor. They really makes me. I like to bust a move, and I haven't got to do it for 3 days, and I really need to do it again. Please, you gotta help me out here. I'm sorry, man. There's nothing you can do. I just turned off the dance floor because I was afraid that all the lights were gonna give you seizures, and I can't have that. I'm supposed to protect this club. I gotta protect it the best way I know how. Oh, okay, fine. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, man. You next. You stay. Get out too. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do. Get out of my face. And scene. I need to cool down. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Oh god, okay, yeah. Drink some water. That's not water. Yeah. That's think cool. I love that sort of stuff, by the way. Like the whole improv bits and bobbles. I don't have any water growing here. Yikes. I love that sort of stuff. That was always my favorite to do. Like when we do like character building bits in mock trial, again, to bring up mock trial. Mock trial is the only acting thing I really ever took part of, did a part with. I love doing that sort of stuff, like just making little character bits. That was like one of the things we did. The only thing is I didn't really get a chance to go because my teachers were like, other people needed the help. We're gonna show them because they kind of need it. I think we're not too worried about you, so we're not gonna showcase you here. And okay, I mean, fair enough, but I want to have fun too. It's fun. We're doing this for fun, right? I want to have fun, and I would go eventually, and it'd be super fun. I really enjoy it. I love this sort of stuff, man. Just this stupid. Because again, those characters, also separation, especially because if you're doing multiple characters, being able to separate who you are in a scene with somebody else, it makes it a lot easier. Because if you're just doing, hey, how's it going? Oh, it's going pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty well. How's it going? Like, if you go on for like minutes with that conversation like that, you're gonna get confused to which character knows which things, and then you're gonna get really confused and everything. it's a problem that only I have, because only I am dumb enough to make long conversations with myself and then forget half the things I said as which person, and then it all just fumbles into a big mess. It's weird. It's strange. But I really, that was fun. I love that sort of stuff, man. Like, that stuff brightens my day. And I haven't done that in a long time, just making just stupid scenes and stuff. I have so many dumb things planned for this place. I don't know if I should save again. I feel like I'm gonna die, but, you know, we're gonna risk it anyway. Because, I mean, at this point, what do I even do in the game that matters? But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I want to get doing, and I want to do, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. I just need to do them, so I'm probably gonna, once I'm done with this, I'm probably gonna spend the rest of my time trying to get something else done. There's a big project that I have I want to do, but that's gonna take a lot of work, and I think is that's the thing for me. I feel like I talked about this last week too. I overdo it in my head. You know, like I always think about things in my head way too extreme and too perfectly, when really out in reality I can't really do half the shit that I think I can do. And so I just kind of set myself up for failure. But I'm gonna just try to do what I can, you know, and just enjoy it, because I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. One thing I have planned is gonna come out in a couple weeks. The other one I haven't even started on, so it's probably gonna be for a good while. So, but I mean, that's assuming I even get started. I want to start thinking about that. I want to start brainstorming ideas for that, because I mean, again, I'm a very big procrastinator. You know, I save things last minute all the time. You know, like schoolwork especially. But even with this stuff, like 12 Days of Cheermas, you know, I pretty much waited till like the last week to work on it, and then of course my power went out for like a few days, so I had like no time at all to get stuff started. But I managed to do it, and it was fun, and I really enjoyed doing that. It's probably like one of my favorite things I did on this channel, especially the retro ball stuff for it. God, I love that stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna stop here. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Stranded Deep in Conversation. Oops, no, grass menu. And yeah, I mean, not much else to really say, except I'll see you next time. I guess I could say it in a silly voice. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I will see you all next time. Toodles, everybody. Oh, Jowler, I guess, before I... Chronicles of Jowler, that definitely sparked a very big interest in doing voices and stuff. Hello, it's me, Jowler. If you guys haven't seen Chronicles of Jowler, Jowler Locobolt, it's a YouTube channel, absolutely fantastic. It's just like Bionicle skits I watched as a kid. I still love them now. Like, I go back to them every now and again. They're fucking awesome. So go check it out. And I'll see you next time. Toodles. That's the puppet. This is a sock puppet.